Hey, how y'all doing tonight? Oh boy, am I nervous. Wow. Hey, first thing that I want to say is thank you all for coming out. I never in a million years thought that we would ever sell out an arena. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Y'all laughing because this isn't an arena. This is open mic night in Starbucks. Do they even do an open mic night in Starbucks? I'm not honestly sure. But folks, we're going to do something a little bit different tonight. We're going to do something just a little bit different. See, I know you noticed the fact I'm not sitting down. I'm standing up, and I'm also holding on to a long centrilocal object. I know I mispronounced that word, probably not even the right choice of word, right usage of the word. You know what word I was going for. Long thing in my hand. And folks, I don't know if you can relate, but maybe you can. Anytime I ever hold on to a microphone, a handheld mic, I automatically feel like doing stand-up or singing. I'm not going to sing for you, though. I'm not. But the point of all of this is we've got a new microphone. We got a new microphone, and lessons learned immediately upon getting this new mic. We needed a new handheld mic so that we could do so much more. But folks, if you do videos, if you want to do videos, if you watch these videos to learn anything about doing videos, I hope that you will pay attention to the one lesson that I want to give you, and that is, boy, do you ever get what you pay for. If this sounds horrible, blame it on the fact that this is a $50 microphone from Best Buy. It's not a Shure. It's not a whoever else makes mics. I don't know. Folks, I want to talk to you about something very important, something very near and dear to my heart, and I hope that I'm able to do this in a very entertaining way for the fact that I'm standing up in front of all four of you in this Starbucks. You know, I'm not exactly sure if you're here to see me. You probably noticed the sign on the door, Joe Guerrero from YouTube performing here this evening. You're probably thinking to yourself, who is Joe Guerrero? Well, folks, for those of you who don't know who I am, please allow me to explain. I am actually a famous YouTuber. And I'm actually surprised not one of you knows who I am. It's a little disheartening. But folks, it's YouTube that I want to talk to you guys about tonight. And, you know, though you may not know who I am, that's okay. That's okay. You know what YouTube is. And I want to give you guys some information about YouTube that maybe you're not familiar with. Maybe this is something that you've never even considered, thought about, or maybe you have and you just didn't know what the answer to the mystery was. Folks, I want to talk to you tonight about the dislike button on YouTube. You know, anytime that you open up YouTube and you watch a video, it could be any video, you're going to have a like button and you're going to have a dislike button and you're going to have a thumbs up and a thumbs down. Have you ever really wondered what that dislike button is actually for? Now, I know the first thought that comes to mind is probably to voice your opinion, to make your vote count. And at first glance, that is absolutely why that is there. If you're watching a video on the internet, you should have the ability to thumbs it up or thumbs it down. Give it a good old thumbsy down if you don't like it. And that lets the next person who comes to watch that video know, well, this video has got X amount of likes and X amount of dislikes. And you can usually do a real quick equation in your head to say, it's got way more likes than it's got dislikes. This should be a good video. Or if it's got way more dislikes than likes, you know, it's on to the next one. On to the next one. But folks, there's a lot more behind that dislike button on YouTube. And here tonight, I am going to dissect the true meaning and purpose, and also everything that you probably never even thought possible in relation to, on YouTube, the sole purpose of that dislike button. Whew, boy, it's hot in here. Boy, y'all four people up in Starbucks. Can somebody get me a water? How much is that going to cost me in Starbucks? $4. $4 for a water? You ain't got a hose outside? Damn, it's hot. Hot underneath the spotlight. You know, it's hard being famous, or thinking that you are. The dislike button on YouTube, folks, I want to break this thing down to you because I've done a lot of thinking about that. Actually, I'm lying. I've only just began thinking about it last night as I laid my head down to go to sleep. I was thinking to myself, what is exactly the purpose behind that dislike button. And again, obviously, it's so people can voice their opinion, voice their concerns through a thumbs up or a thumbs down as to whether or not they think that content, that video, whatever the video is about, if it's good or is it good. But folks, it's a lot deeper than that. And take it from me, again, I'm a professional YouTuber. You know, that actually sounds a lot less egotistical and big-headed than famous. Because though in number terms, I've got 1 million people that rock with the content that I create, but it doesn't sound right to me to say famous. I'm not like Brad Pitt or Leonardo DiCaprio, though I do fancy myself as just such, the prison version of both. I do like to think that I would be well suited for Hollywood if any directors or casting agents, and I don't even reach out with the casting couch. But you know, if anybody famous is watching this, anybody in Hollywood, Steven Spielberg, Martin Scorsese, whatever, I don't know much about TV. I think I would do good in the movies. But I'm a professional YouTuber, folks, so the like and dislike button, it's important. It's important in my world. I truly believe that when somebody hits the dislike button, and this does not apply all the time, I understand fully that as a content creator, if I create content and it is subpar, you are fully within your rights to smash that dislike button if you so choose to do so. But you know, there's people who hit the dislike button for so many worse reasons. So many reasons that are just far beyond the scope of if the video is good or if the video isn't good. And you know, again, as a professional YouTuber, I have to tell you guys, standing in front of all four of you and the barista, isn't that what you call the person at Starbucks who makes the coffee? Why don't they just call them the person who makes the coffee? Where did the fancy term barista come from? Oh, you're a clerk. Is that what barista means? RIP to any After Prison Show fans that work at Starbucks. I'll be going there tomorrow getting spit in my coffee. There's a platitude of different reasons why people hit the dislike button. And I have to deal with this. And you know, I know a big part of dislikes comes from a number of different things. Again, whether the video is good or whether the video is bad, that should be the number one thing. But you know, it could be far deeper than that. It could be, what if the video was too long? In my case, in particular, I mean, I upload sometimes 40-minute long videos. You know, because it's not videos that I think that I'm creating, folks. It's content. And sometimes we can't get the content out in 3 minutes and 14 seconds like a lot of other YouTube channels can. I'm long-winded. I'm ADHD. I suffer from this. There's a platitude of reasons why I can't do short videos. We talk about serious things here, even though this video is probably not very serious. I can imagine the dislike ratio right now. It's almost like watching a subscriber count when you upload a bad video and then you watch it just go down. Shouldn't have uploaded that today. Wow. Should have kept my mouth shut about that. You wonder why I don't get into politics. I'm not jumping into that bonfire. You know, there's certain people in this world, and I've come to realize that, look, if I was on that TV show Criminal Minds, I would be a behavioral analyst, because that's what they are on Criminal Minds. I believe they're all behavioral analysts. I've kind of categorized the people who definitely rock with the dislike button on YouTube. Now, these folks, they're between the ages of about 12 and 28 years old. These people are probably a skill level 50 on Fortnite, and for whatever reason, they're haters. Why you gotta be a hater, though? Because your gaming channel didn't succeed? Yeah, that was a good idea 20 years ago. What you mad at me for, though? I just don't understand. Like, I have to live with the reality of seeing those dislikes on something that ultimately takes me a long time to create. I create content, and sometimes that content takes forever. If it's a 40-minute video that I'm uploading to YouTube, you have to imagine it's probably 2+ hours of raw footage. You know, it really breaks my heart to know that there are certain people in this world that get off on hitting that dislike button for no other sole reason other than the fact that they are a hater. You know, you should try something different for once. You know, you should try something different. You should flip that frown upside down. You should get glad in the same pants that you're mad in. Stop being a hater. It's not going to get you anywhere in life. Don't hate. Congratulate. Folks, there are people in this world, again, between the ages of 12 and 28, skill level 50 in Fortnite, who have notifications turned on to any number of YouTube channels. After Prison Show most certainly being one. We're not the only one. They've got notifications turned on. They are subscribed to those YouTube channels for the sole purpose of getting that notification and hitting that dislike button. Probably thinking, hoping, and praying to themselves all the while doing so that those dislikes potentially take 6 minutes off of my life. For every dislike, there's 6 minutes less that I'll be on this earth for. That's not nice. It's not. It's actually sad. It hurts my heart. It does. That and smoking. Smoking definitely hurts my heart. But there's something else about the dislike button on YouTube that you might have never considered. Now, I want to throw this in there as well. The like and dislike button was put on YouTube so that people could voice their opinions. And no matter why you hit that dislike button on my channel, I appreciate your vote, even if you voted for the other guy, meaning the dislike, meaning that you didn't like the content. But have you ever noticed that in the comment section, there's also a like and dislike button? And have you ever noticed in the comment section as well that you might see 10, 20, 1,000 likes on a comment, but you'll never see the dislikes? I've always wondered why that was. And I don't have the answer for that. And I think this is a problem. I think legitimately they should show not only the likes, don't be biased. Show the negativity as well. Because with the fact that they don't show the dislikes on comments, trust and believe me when I tell you this is the sole reason why a comment that has X number of likes, no matter how many, and if it has X number of responses and replies to that comment, and X number of those replies are negative, they're negative for the fact that they weren't able to cast their ballot, hitting that dislike button. You see, people are mad on YouTube, and I don't know why. Sometimes comment sections can become cancerous. I mean, the most despicable thing. And for me personally, a guy who served most of my adult life locked up. People tell me all sorts of things about myself. Joe, just go back to prison already. Thank you for rooting for me. Thank you. Thank you for voting for my success out here in the free world. I don't get it. I don't understand why there's so much hostility, why there's so much negativity. It doesn't make much sense. There should just be peace and love. And if you don't like something, well, don't watch it. Don't watch it. If you don't like what I do, don't watch me for the love of God. Go watch something else. I'm pretty sure Shane Dawson's got something pretty interesting he's doing these days. But maybe I'm thinking about this all wrong. Maybe I'm going about this whole situation completely wrong. Maybe, and I'm not talking to the 4 of you in here in Starbucks anymore because you're not even paying me any attention. Every one of you has your laptops open, looking like you're so important in here. What is every one of you writing a novel? They say everybody's got a novel in them. I guess all 4 of you have reached that point in your life. So I'm thinking out loud in front of all of you, and I hope I'm giving you complete writer's block right now. Maybe I'm thinking too much into this. Maybe it's the fact that the content that I'm creating isn't strong enough. So now that dislike button has taken on a whole new facet and meaning in my life. Maybe I should try harder. Maybe I should be fueled by the negativity. Maybe that negativity was the brainchild of Google, who created YouTube, thinking that, look, we're going to have people who are professional YouTubers. So we're going to incorporate this dislike button to drive them stronger, harder, faster. Wow, that sounded dirty. Maybe that's what it's all about. I've been going about this all wrong. I've been thinking about this completely wrong. There's few things that are certain in this world, but one thing that most certainly is that for as long as YouTube will be around, there's going to be hate. There's going to be cancerous comments, and there's going to be dislikes. Has there ever been a video uploaded to YouTube? And I wonder this. I legitimately ask all 4 of you writing your novels, pay attention to me. I'm doing this out of the kindness of my heart. It's because of me they've got half-price caramel macchiatos now. You should be thanking me. Ungrateful, all of you. Has there ever been a video on YouTube that hasn't gotten a dislike? Is there one video on YouTube that has not gotten a dislike? If there has, please let me know what that is. Maybe I need to study that. I had another thought. I had another joke. I had something funny for you, and I completely forgot what it was. Oh, now I remember. Thank you. Thank you. I'm pointing at you. You're not even looking at me. Hey, where'd you get that cup of water from? How much did that cost? I'm not only doing this for me, I'm doing this for the other content creators as well, because they have to live with the reality of the dislikes. They have to live with the reality of the venomous comments in the comment section that it sometimes could be unbearable. These people will try to snatch your soul from your body behind a keyboard and a computer screen. You got to be thick-skinned in this business. You do. You do. And if you're not thick-skinned, you've got to act like you are. You got to act like you are. I am not thick-skinned. I just act like I am. I act like it doesn't affect me, but it does. But you know what you never do is you never admit that it gets to you. And you might think that what I just did right there is admitting that the negativity is too much. No, not at all. When you admit that it gets to you, when you admit that you can no longer take the responses, you do something that I personally feel is unfathomable. God, I hope I used that word correctly, because that was a boss word. That was a 7-letter word in Scrabble. That would have been an additional 45 points. What y'all know about Scrabble? I've been locked up most of my adult life again. I'm proficient. I'm good at Scrabble sometimes. When you admit that it's too much to take, and yet you still create content, the way that you admit it is you disable likes and comments. You know, I truly hope that's a day that I never have to experience. Because at that point, you have given in to the internet. You have let the internet win. The internet has placed first in this Fortnite Battle Royale. Don't let the internet win. If you create content, you understand and dissect why there are dislikes and why there aren't dislikes in the comments. They knew what they was doing, folks. We're talking about Google. They're the smartest thing in the world. 30 years ago when Terminator came out, Terminator was like Google back then. They predicted this shit. You don't let them win. You don't. You take that negativity. You analyze it. You crunch the numbers. And you come to a conclusion and you develop a game plan. You understand why it happens. You know, some people, they just going to hit that thing. They just going to, they're going to hit it like the notification. They're going to hit that dislike like they hitting that YouTube notification. They're just going to hit it. They're going to hit it and quit it. But you persevere. You have to. I have to. We all have to. See, it's a food pyramid. I don't know where I'm going with that one. That was a little too deep. That one sailed over not only your heads, but mine as well. I'm sorry. Hey, look, folks. I wanted to shoot the shit with you a little bit. I wanted to stand up. I absolutely freestyled this video. I did have every intention of filming a video about the rise and fall, the history of the YouTube dislike button, and I probably bombed horribly. Also work on my stand-up. I'm funny sometimes. I probably haven't been funny in this at all. I've been concentrating way too heavily on this long centrifugal object in my hands. Ooh, Joe, you are so nasty. Look, folks, that's all I got. That's all the time I got. Caramel macchiatos are now going back to full price. Screw you. You're cool. You at least batted your eyes at me once or twice. And also you as well. Screw you too. To Starbucks and the baristas or the clerks, thank you very much for having me. Again, I'm Joe Guerrero. Not surprised that none of you know me. And thanks for letting me share. That's all I got.